What if I told you there's a book so dangerous, or so strange, that the world's greatest codebreakers couldn't crack it for over 600 years? Think about it. During World War II, the smartest minds on Earth were tasked with breaking the Nazi Enigma code. And they did it. They succeeded, saving millions of lives and changing the course of history. But when those same geniuses, those brilliant codebreakers, turned their attention to a small, vellum-bound book found in an Italian villa, they failed. And they didn't just fail a little bit. They were completely and utterly humiliated. This book has no title. It has no known author, and it is written in a language that does not exist in any known linguistic database on the planet. Inside, it contains intricate drawings of plants that don't grow on Earth, astrological charts that don't match our sky, and bizarre circular tubs filled with naked women who seem to be connected by a complex plumbing system of green tubes. This is the Voynich Manuscript. And today, we're going to look at why some believe this book is a message from another dimension, while others think it's the greatest prank in human history. This is a story that blurs the line between genius and madness, between history and science fiction. Our story really begins in 1912. A man named Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish rare book dealer with a knack for finding hidden treasures, was searching through a dusty collection of ancient manuscripts at a Jesuit college in Italy. Tucked away in a forgotten chest was a peculiar, unassuming little volume that just looked out of place. When Voynich opened it, he expected to find Latin, or maybe Greek, or perhaps an obscure dialect of Italian. Instead, he found what we now call Voynich. Now, the first thing you notice about the script is how elegant it is. It flows across the page like someone wrote it with total confidence, as if they were just jotting down a grocery list or a casual letter to a friend. There are no cross-outs, no hesitations, no visible mistakes. This is a critical detail. If you're trying to invent a fake language from scratch, you're going to stumble. You'll make errors, correct yourself, and leave traces of your struggle. But whoever wrote this, they knew exactly what they were saying. It was second nature to them. Tucked inside the book, Voynich discovered another clue. A letter dated 1665. It was addressed to Athanasius, a famous and brilliant 17th century Jesuit scholar who was known for his fascination with ancient languages and codes. The letter claimed that the book had once belonged to the Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II. He had supposedly bought it for a staggering 600 gold ducats. That's about $30,000 today, believing it was a lost work written by the legendary 13th century scholar, Roger Bacon. But here's where the mystery gets even darker and deeper. For centuries, nobody knew how old the book really was. Then, recently, the University of Arizona performed carbon dating on the parchment. The results were stunning. The vellum dates back to somewhere between 1404 and 1438. This means the book has been silent, its secrets locked away, for over 600 years. The manuscript itself is divided into 5 sections, and honestly, each one is more unsettling and bizarre than the last. Let's take a look. The first section is the Botanical section. It features 113 detailed drawings of unknown plant species. Botanists and biologists have spent decades trying to identify even one of them. They've come up empty. Some of the plants look like a strange hybrid, as if someone took the roots of one plant and stitched them to the flowers of another. Others look like nothing that has ever been documented in nature. Are these illustrations of extinct plants from a forgotten time? Or, as some theorists suggest, are they plants from another planet entirely? The second section is the Astrological section. This part contains incredible circular diagrams filled with suns, moons, and stars. But when you look closer, these aren't the constellations we know. They don't match any known star charts from any culture in history. Some of these diagrams are so elaborate they fold out into massive 4-page spreads, showing what look like weird, cosmic maps. Some people interpret them as depicting fantastical islands, while others see them as crude representations of distant galaxies or nebulae. Then, there's the Balneological section. This is where the manuscript goes from mysterious to truly bizarre. This part is filled with drawings of small, naked women, often called nymphs, wading in pools of strange green liquid. What is most disturbing is that they all connected by a complex network of tubes that look like veins or arteries. or even intestines. What on earth is this supposed to represent? Some historians think this is a symbolic code for alchemy or early medicine, perhaps a manual on fertility or gynecology. But others look at these images and think it looks more like a biological manual for a species that is unhuman. For over 100 years, everyone has had a crack at this thing. The FBI's top cryptographers tried during the Cold War. The world's most advanced artificial intelligence has been set loose on its pages. And the result? Nothing. Not a single confirmed word has ever been translated. There have been glimmers of hope, of course. In 2080, a Canadian AI team made headlines when they claimed they had cracked it, announcing that the text was Hebrew-based. It was a huge story, but they were quickly proven wrong. Then, in 2019, a UK academic claimed it was a secret manual for women's health, written in a lost proto-Romance language. He was debunked within days by other linguists. And here is the fundamental problem. The paradox at the heart of the Voynich Manuscript. The text follows something called Zipf's law. In any natural, spoken language, like English or Spanish, the most frequent word appears about twice as often as the second most frequent word, 3 times as often as the third, and so on. It's a universal mathematical pattern in human communication. The Voynich Manuscript follows Zipf's law perfectly. This means it's not just random gibberish scribbled on a page. It has the mathematical structure of a real, functional language. But it has no functional words. In English, we use small, common words like and or but, and the constantly. They're the glue that holds our sentences together. In Voynich, those kinds of words don't seem to exist at all. It's a language with rules, but those rules are completely alien to us. It's like finding a machine that has gears and levers but operates on a form of physics we do understand. So, what is it? After all this time, there are 3 main theories that still get debated today. Theory number 1, the master hoax. This is the simplest explanation. Some believe it was created by a clever con artist back in the 1400s, specifically to sell to a rich, gullible collector like Emperor Rudolf II for a quick and massive profit. But if that's true, why go to this much effort? Why invent an entire language with a consistent mathematical structure, create hundreds of bizarre illustrations, and craft a 240-page book just for a one-time prank? The sheer complexity of the hoax seems to outweigh the potential reward. Theory number 2, the lost culture. This theory is a bit more romantic. Could this be the last remaining document of a civilization that was completely wiped out by war, disease, or disaster? A culture that had its own unique science, its own form of medicine, and its own unique view of the stars, all of which are now lost to history except for this one silent book. It would be a lonely and tragic artifactless whisper of a forgotten world. And then there's theory number 3, the extraterrestrial field guide. This is, by far, the internet's favorite theory, and you can see why. If you were an explorer from another world, and you landed on Earth in the 15th century, you would take notes. You would draw the plants you saw, perhaps distorted by your alien perception. You would chart the stars as you saw them from your perspective. And you would, of course, write it all down in your own native tongue. For you, it would be a simple field journal. For us, 600 years later, it would be an unsolvable enigma. To this day, the Voynich Manuscript sits safely in the Botanical Rare Book and Manuscript Library at Yale University. It is digitized, open for anyone in the world to see and study, yet it remains a total secret, hidden in plain sight. So, what do you think? Is it a 600-year-old prank that got way out of hand? Is it the last relic of a lost civilization? Or is it a message from the stars, waiting for a mind smart enough, or maybe just different enough, to finally read it? And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of history's greatest unexplained mysteries, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We have a lot more mysteries to uncover together. Thanks for watching.